Welcome back to the channel. I'm on a walk today, so that's why I'm kind of going with different setup here to talk about what I'm going to talk about today. But it's a great day out, as you can see. It's a little in the evening, and it's election day, so I want to give my two thoughts onto this. Not really like anything super political, but I think just more of the mindset what I have on this day, because I think it's definitely the one of the, if not most important election of my life. So I thought, why not document it and give my 2 cents on what I think about this moment and so forth. So one thing's for certain, it's going to be interesting seeing how things turn out. Only time will tell. And I'm a firm believer that in times like this, philosophy is very important. It's kind of like my grounding technique side of baseness in my life in regards to like stoicism, because a lot of things are out of my control right now in terms of what the result is. And honestly, I'm not really strongly for like Kamala or Trump, to be honest. I just saw on my phone, funny enough, saw a report that RFK Jr. was like something related to Trump, but that's what not really matters in the article. But it said that more than half of Gen Z lied about what they voted for. That's crazy. Like, the fact people go to resort to lying or need to lie during an election just shows you how fuck shit is right now in terms of discourse and stuff. I know from like 2016 to now, ever since that was my first presidential election I could vote in. I just turned 27, and yeah, it's kind of crazy. You don't really know when, I guess, what's the next day that's in store for you. Kind of going through your day to day. And with this, I don't know, my dad has some certain opinions about it. Some people I talk about. A really good friend of mine, we've had some good chats about it too. And it's interesting to say the least of what's coming up, or what is to come up, to be honest. I mean, like, damn. Either, like, I'm expecting some, like, crazy story to come out of, like, some political unrest, depending on what the results are. I think for either candidate, stuff's just going to go down to where it's must-watch TV almost in a way. But it's in regards to, I think, like, the presidential election, yada yada. And since it's the US, it's going to affect a lot of people, like quite a lot, to where I'm definitely going to look back on this day, I don't know in particular, but maybe this time in history, and be like, what was going through my head during this day? And been watching a lot of like mock polls and like YouTubers kind of giving their opinions on it and so forth. And I don't know. I really don't know what to make of it. I think it's an exciting time, but also could be very scary for people. Even at my work, they were like, make sure to respect everyone's like, opinions and thoughts during this time. And I'm like, damn, this is coming up at work. Like, it's not that serious, right? I don't know. Some people make it their whole entire like personality, which is just like, are you serious? Like, I don't know. People need to stop being like one-dimensional on things, because if you're just defined by one characteristic in your life, really, that's all you have to offer to this world. Like, you could do so much more. You don't have to be like based off on just like politics or not. Like, men and women, I saw like the voting gap between men and women voting this election is insane. It's like the biggest it's ever been. And it's like, damn. I remember growing up, it was like, it didn't really matter as much. It was like more about the person. It didn't matter about, if they're a guy or a girl or their background, whatever. Like, if you have the intelligent stuff, like, there you go. But now it's like there's clearly a gap between one part or the other, and it's going to be interesting because it's like, well, I don't know, late 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time where I live right now. So already on the East Coast, it's like 7. So like they're in the midst of voting. I mean, we are too, and I don't know. I am definitely going to be watching the news to see how this unfolds. Really exciting time. I think it's just a great reminder to anyone that is watching this that hopefully we're going to be okay in the end. Tomorrow's not promised, but you can only do what you can do. And today for me, it's getting some exercise. My wrist was kind of feeling like kind of crummy, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go on a walk and might as well record a short video about the election and my thoughts on it, and just kind of general thoughts I have, like reflecting on this day and so forth. I feel like it's the biggest division ever. It's definitely like the most contested. It's saying it's coming down to the wire, but I don't know, like some swing states are going different than they were the last cycle, and it's going to be interesting to see how things pan out, or if there's going to be like any suing of the election results. Like, are we going to need to wait like a month to find out who the president of the United States is? It may come down to that. I really don't think we're going to know by the end of like Tuesday night or Wednesday of the day. Like, I feel it's going to take us a lot longer to figure out the results, but all I can do is I'm here to see how it goes down, and it's going to be an interesting ride, to say the least. Now, I'm trying to think if there was anything really else on my mind, to be honest, but this is kind of my raw, unfiltered thoughts, and I think that's really going to be about it for me today pertaining to this. Maybe more down the road in other videos, like reflecting on the election or just other things that cross my mind. But if you made it to this point of the video, thanks for watching, and you know, accompany me on my walk. Really appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, the whole shebang if you rocked with this and you want to see more from me. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.